Welcome back to the Fragrance Nut. Today we're going to get into a YSL fragrance. It actually came out about 10 years ago. And that would be none other than Tuxedo. Okay, and I got this, by the way, from fragrancelord.com. And as you can see, this is not a first impression. I've worn it a little bit, so I can really tell you what I think about it. And I believe the last YSL that I tried was Baby Cat, which I totally did not like. And I've worn back in the day, if any of you out there is as old as I am, you might remember Kuros. And I wore that a lot. But I hadn't tried any YSL since. Well, wait a minute. I can't remember. I think I may have tried something. That's why I don't recall what it was. But anyway, this here is a spicy, woody fragrance. And I'm not wearing it today, but I've worn it several times. I even sprayed it on my golden doodle. He likes it. And it has violet leaf at the top, and there's some coriander and some bergamot. Now that kind of gives it a citrus type to it. The coriander is some spicy, and then in the heart of it is some black pepper. Again, we got some spice going on. And some rose. Rose can also be a little spicy depending on what type of rose he used. She, because Juliet Karaguzoglu, God, maybe screwing that up. Well, she used some black pepper in the heart of the fragrance, in the rose and lily of the valley. In the base of it, though, she puts in some patchouli, and that added a little darkness to it. Can be earthy. I don't think it's that, to my nose, it's not very earthy. And there's some ambergris, and of course that gives it a salty smell to it. And by the way, first time I ever heard of ambergris was in the movie Silence of the Lambs, where he goes in the store and he tries some lotion, and then the perfumers are sitting at a table and ambergris, and that piqued my interest right there, because that was one of my favorite movies. And actually, ambergris comes from the whale's vomit. Go figure that. But anyway, and there's some bourbon vanilla, and that added some sweetness to it. There's only 9 notes going on, so not a lot going on in here, but it's very nice in my opinion. It leans, and even though it's slated as a gosh, I'm screwing things up today, unisex fragrance, it is, to me, it leans a little bit masculine, but it could be rocked by anybody. And to me, this is, I would call it an everyday wear. Very casual, in my opinion. This is not something that's exotic or very complex. It's just a nice, fresh fragrance. And I'm not a big freshy guy, but I do like this one. I don't know if you tried this. I know I'm late to the party with Tuxedo, but it is still being sold today. I believe it's been sold by L'Oreal. And yeah, this is pretty nice. I'm not a very spicy type either. I'm real floral. But this one here, yeah, I think it's pretty nice. Again, I would say check out Fragrance Lord. You can buy even the full-size bottle from these guys, but if you just want to get a decent decant for a very good price, that's not bad. I believe this is an 8 ml size. I always say to get you at least, in my opinion, 5 ml size, 2 ml sometimes. I get those if that's all they're offering, so I can do a review if I want to check it out and then pull the trigger. But my personal opinion, you really do need at least any 5 milliliters minimum, 10 to 12 really is even better, because then you can get a really good idea if you want a full bottle purchase, and then you really can see where it's going, if you like it or you don't like it, and you kind of get a better wear overall deal as well when you do that. And then maybe you may not want a full bottle, but you want to rock it until it's over. That's what I probably will do with this. I don't think I'm going to pull the trigger on that. I got my mind, I got my sights on a Kriegler. Yeah, so I believe that's what I'm gonna do for Christmas, and I'll show the unboxing of that. I haven't determined which Kriegler I want to do yet, but I know it's Kriegler. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this one. If you want to see what that spray is like, which I think is pretty good. There you go. Anyway, always remember, whew, that's pretty nice. Always remember, keep smelling good. I will see you in the next video. Bye.